Well, we're here at
belongs
Bungie,
to
guys.
this area back here.
I haven't been live in a while, so I figured I'd do it and see what's up.
Let's see if we could figure out what the hell that was that you experienced back here.
Hope I don't get in trouble for playing Jasko's video while I'm live, because I like watching his videos.
What are the odds of this saying?
And that's just exactly what I'm doing
And
here.
also Elizabeth.
Getting loaded and watching
Did you
Jasko.
say funeral again?
Laura? Funeral. Elizabeth? Funeral.
Whoa.
We're in an area that there's been so many deaths.
Right?
We have to look into Elizabeth.
Who's Elizabeth? Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Camera.
Yes, we have those.
That ain't gonna ride. Glad I seen that
Follow
up there.
the clues.
That would have fell off and aggravated the fuck out of me.
Who's out here with us?
And as you can see, I got a Swifty Swift that backed in beside me. Luckily, he didn't hit me.
Oh, there.
I don't trust Swift as far as I can spit.
That did not.
Said your name.
Jasmine, don't go. Once again, guys, my Bosnian name is Yasmin. Jasmin. That's how you say it.
That's exactly how it's spelled.
And it said, my name, don't go.
Neither.
They take other forms. So this tree right here is an offering tree to the native land that is here.
So we could be dealing with like a
Skinwalker type of situation.
I wasn't even sure. I didn't know I could change the damn direction while I was
That
on
could be what I heard.
while I was
I heard
live.
like a type of growl, but it didn't sound familiar.
Right.
Right. Oh, okay, well that's good.
That's so freaking good. Wow, look at all these.
Oh, it also said noise. Wait,
Live inside Ron's truck.
Where? Like dead ahead of me? Whoa, that's literally what I thought I saw.
A figure.
That's why I told you.
Whoa, I am
Man,
here.
wish I'd heard him get a green
Oh
light.
my gosh.
Holy shit. Okay. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. So these are all offerings that people leave behind.
Remember, we got to vote Trump, guys. We can't let that dumb bitch Kamala get in there.
You know what? Sure.
Anybody gonna vote for that retarded
One of my
bitch?
bracelets.
That camel face bitch?
I know a lot of people leave behind something sentimental to them here. I see a lot of bracelets. Actually, there's one right there, a yellow one. I'm gonna leave this one behind.
Swifty Swift pulling out already.
80. Yeah, 80. I'm sorry that you
There
feel
goes
that
Swifty
way.
Swift.
Say a prayer.
Say a prayer.
How'd they load him so quick?
Why?
Why should we say a
Maybe
prayer?
he
Are we in
unloaded.
danger?
I don't see nothing in the bag.
Move west.
Move west.
Which one's west?
I don't have a compass on me, but
Yeah. I don't know what
God damn
direction
it.
is.
Tripping over shit in my truck.
I want to say that's west.
I guess he is loaded. There's the guy waiting to put the seal on it. He's got to pull up farther than that. He's going to hit my truck.
Escape.
move west. Escape.
What?
Escape from
Damn,
what?
they loaded him pretty quick.
Crazy. There's. I saw it during the day. Right there. Look. You see the yellow thing?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. There's something there too.
Pretty cool
And I'm
place.
pretty sure that's west.
Follow the clues.
Right?
Let's go check it out. Are you trying to show us something? Or are you trying to bring us to something? Or someone?
You ain't going to put no load log in there? Damn, I should have been wearing shorts. I can't believe I put jeans
I heard
on.
like a whistle.
Look, it looks like a Swift driver, don't it?
That's the direction. I mean, I went way further in, but that's more or less the direction I heard that weird growl noise.
Well, it is getting windy.
What was that?
And he's wearing fucking
Okay.
flip-flops.
Listen, bro, that is a scream
Look
in
at
the
this
distance.
motherfucker wearing these
It has told us
goddamn
already that it takes other
sandals.
forms.
What
And I don't know
truck
if you
driver
know much
wears
about,
flip-flops?
cryptids, for example.
Really?
I'm learning a bit.
Skinwalkers, right? The further
A
they
flip-flop
sound,
wear,
the
of course,
closer
it's
they
Swift.
are. Just know that.
Right there.
Yes.
That answers the
Yes.
question right there.
Do they happen to make weird clicking noises? Is that like
Wearing
a thing?
Crocs.
That I don't know, but that's freaky as fuck. What
Yeah.
do you guys think?
Because I've been in another forest at home.
Man, they'd try to hit the brakes hard or
It
anything, hit the clutch, it'd be
was like
fucked
a
up
weird
when his fucking
clicking
croc gets hung on something.
sound that I would.
That's actually illegal to do.
This one particular forest,
That is freaky, bro.
right? And I went alone at night by myself, like
Wrong. Are we going to see what we're hearing?
what is that thing?
I think it's just like a
Miracle.
We gotta change this.
a light.
Destination.
Huh.
I don't know where I'm
When I
going.
came in here,
God damn,
earlier,
dude,
it's
don't
like
back up and hit
two
me.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me enough money to drive a truck that
What
said
the-
Swift on it.
What the
What?
brother? It just sounded like something went right in front of me. You didn't hear
That
that?
wasn't you?
No.
I thought that was you.
No. That literally just went right in front of me. Like somebody just like wanted me to stop.
Yeah.
Who is that? What was that?
Something's in there.
Something's in there. 100%. Who's in there?
2010s.
2010s.
Be safe, Swift. Be safe, brother. Be swift. Crockwella. I can't even talk. Quackwella. See, I still got a red light blinking back there, see it? I mean, I got here before him. How the hell is he getting loaded and getting out of here before me? I don't get that. I really don't understand how he's out of here before me.
Do you want us to come back to the house?
Oh shit, I turned the truck off. I shouldn't have done that. Trying to get that engine light to go off, because sometimes when you do this 3 times, it'll go off. Nope. Not gonna go off. Don't know why. Sometimes it comes on and stays. I don't know. Just don't know.
Shall I do something?
Please do something. What the f was that? Okay.
There was a good guy that works here.
What
Ian.
the fuck was that? Okay.
Are we heading back now?
It's starting to rain.
Yeah.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest, yeah. What the hell was that?
Something to make you ask what the hell was that?
I wonder if that's related to, like, the shadow figure that you saw.
I don't know. I mean, if it takes on different forms, whatever the hell it is, right?
Whatever the hell we just heard was not you. This thing was responding every, like, 5 seconds at one point.
Same with this. Look how many responses we had. We literally just had skulls.
Object. Push. Object push.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah. Why don't you push
Push
an
the
object when you get
object.
inside the house?
Yeah.
Please do that.
Just don't push us, please.
For the love of God. Dude, that scared the living.
Yeah.
Bro,
In your house.
what the f was that? I swear to God, I swear to you, Angelo.
You always
I
swear.
saw something move
Well, I just saw something.
in
I lost
between
my
those
vape.
2 stumps right there. Like something moved from left to right.
I saw something on the right side.
17.
Right where the lights, the lamp is. Bro, this thing just like.
Bring it.
Bring what?
Remember, mine said in your house, and that said carpet, correct?
I got a green light.
I showed him a little bit earlier, but when I was alone, I pulled up the carpet because it told me carpet, and there was like clearly a hole there. All right,
Okay.
I'm walking backwards, bro, because I saw something move back there, and it looked like a humanoid.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw the same thing at one point in between the trees. I saw something.
Holy shit!
6 spirits.
Okay.
Sage.
Sage? Like this season.
Do you want us to cleanse this house?
Wait, what's this house?
Haunted house.
Where'd the lights in there? Just. I don't know. Okay, so like, what was that like flashlights?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate
Listen, dude, I'm genuinely freaked out right now because it doesn't matter where we go. It doesn't matter if we're inside the house, outside the house. If it... Who's in the living room? Who is in the exorcism room? Do you hear it, Patrick?
Was it damage? My heart gave
What the fuck was that? Listen, just remember what I said earlier. I said, I will move an object. We get inside the house, immediately, we're hearing things shuffling, moving around. And I'm genuinely curious about this carpet too. We're going to do it after this. Yeah, sure.
Alright, so really quick, I want to pop in here and share some information, some history about the Hinsdale House that dates back hundreds of years ago. Now, if you know a lot of history about Hinsdale House,
Alright, guys.
feel free to just skip on forward, that's completely fine. However, I want to share some information for people who are maybe new to this channel, who are maybe new to this location, just finding out about it, and share with you some of the crazy things that have happened here. So, let's take it back. The paranormal activity at the Hinsdale House is believed to date all the way back to the year 1789. This is when an Indian massacre took place on this land.
It dates back to 1799 now, was an Indian massacre that could be the reason for this haunting here.
During the 1800s, there were stories of a pair of brothers who lived here and raided passing stagecoaches, robbing and killing the occupants invariably, either in the cellar or in the homes behind the house. It is believed that these tortured souls seem to echo today in many manifestations, including shadowy figures, EVPs, objects moving, doors slammed, and even full-body apparitions. Then,
I'm going to stop this truck stop and take a piss.
as we know, the exorcism was performed here. The Dandy family called it ghosts to perform
I want Swift sitting there blocking the fucking road.
due to all the crazy and strange noises happening around
Good job, Swift.
This exorcism failed due to the house beginning to shake vigorously as the exorcism wasn't performed. Flying was rejected with intent. At this point, the priest advised everyone to leave, stating that the is beyond comprehension. After the
Turn sharp
exorcism
left at the traffic light.
presence is lingering on in this house and on the property has only gotten stronger and angrier.
I'm trying to turn my headlights on, you think?
Since the failed exorcism, so many deaths have occurred on the land and inside of the house. Suicides on the land and in the house. And Fast forward to today, and this dark activity is still here. It will not leave, and the paranormal activity has slowed down. So get ready for our investigation, our adventure here at the Vault Hinsdale House.
Alright guys, so it's time for Angela and I split. He's gonna go investigate a little bit outside. I'm gonna take the full house.
Drive 2.8 miles.
See ya.
Everybody dance now. Haven't been live in a while. Nobody watches it anyway, so who gives a fuck? Might catch a dog man out here. They ain't even showing me on there. I'm on there. Bad Arby's ain't still open down here. I just be a fucking hamburger. Going back to Jasco.
Outside. I'm gonna take the full house. See ya. Good look out there. Is that an option here? Can I opt out of that? See you, man. Alrighty. Here alone. Not really. Never alone here. There's always someone or something. Probably demonic, you know, we know the story here. So spirits of the Hinsdale house, the land surrounding it. Struggle. Okay. First thing that popped up is struggle. Is anybody here in Mike's room?
What the hell is this home?
Well, I'm getting a really weird feeling right now. So, let's head over to the room where the exorcism was performed. This room right here is...
The story of Kenny Beach's
Story,
disappearance
courtesy of
in the
Donovan
Nevada
Ray.
desert near Area 51 is one that continues to haunt those who hear about it. It's a mystery that has left people asking questions, chasing leads, and speculating about what really happened. The case is full of strange details, chilling moments, and a sense of foreboding that grows as you dive deeper into it.
Foreboding.
Kenny was an avid outdoorsman, an experienced hiker. He wasn't new to the harsh conditions of the Nevada desert. He knew how to handle long hikes, rough terrain, and the brutal desert climate. He often posted about his adventures on YouTube, sharing stories of his solo hikes in remote areas. One of his hikes, though, stood out. It was the one that led him to something strange. In one of his videos, Kenny described a bizarre and unnerving encounter he had during one of his hikes. He claimed to have found a cave with a strange, M-shaped entrance. He called it the M Cave. What made this cave different, he said, was the feeling that overcame him when he got near it. Kenny was a tough guy, not easily scared, but something about this cave terrified him. He said he felt an intense vibration in his body, a force that grew stronger the closer he got to the entrance. It was enough to make him turn back. When Kenny shared this story online, the internet lit up with curiosity and intrigue. People wanted to know more. They wanted to see this cave for themselves. His followers encouraged him to return and document it on camera, to go back and explore what could have been a hidden military bunker, a supernatural site, or something else entirely. Some people dismissed his story as nothing more than a tall tale, but others were hooked. They urged him to prove it. So, Kenny decided he would go back. In November of 2014, Kenny set out on another hike in the Sheep Mountains, about 40 miles north of Las Vegas, where he believed he had seen the cave. He told his girlfriend Sharon about his plans. She was concerned. Kenny wasn't someone who took unnecessary risks, but something about this trip made her uneasy. She urged him not to go alone, but Kenny was confident. He reassured her that he'd be fine and would return soon. Kenny left with his camera, a cell phone, and some basic hiking gear. He parked his truck at the entrance to the hiking trail, which wasn't too far from the Nellis Air Force Base and the infamous Area 51. That area is known for its strange occurrences and conspiracy theories, adding another layer of mystery to what would happen next. A few days passed, and Kenny didn't return. Sharon grew more anxious by the hour. She contacted the authorities, and a search party was organized to look for him. They combed the area where Kenny was known to hike, using helicopters and ground crews, but there was no sign of him. Days turned into weeks, and still nothing. The only clue they found was his cell phone, lying on the ground near an abandoned mine shaft. It was strange because his phone was found far off the trail, in a spot he hadn't mentioned to anyone. It was as if Kenny had wandered off course, deep into the wilderness, for reasons no one could understand. The phone didn't provide any answers either. There were no messages, no videos, no GPS tracking data that could tell the searchers where he had gone next. What was especially eerie about this is that the area where his phone was found is known for being desolate and unforgiving. The extreme heat, rattlesnakes, and the rugged terrain make it a dangerous place to explore. And yet, it seemed like Kenny had ventured there on purpose, as if something was drawing him in. But what? Rumors started to swirl. Some speculated that Kenny had found the M Cave again and gone inside, never to return. Others wondered if he had fallen victim to the desert, succumbing to the heat, or perhaps even an injury from which he couldn't recover. But then, there were the darker theories. Some people believed that Kenny had stumbled upon something he wasn't supposed to see. The proximity to Area 51 fueled conspiracy theories that he might have encountered military personnel or something secretive that had led to his disappearance. The cave, they said, might have been an entrance to an underground bunker, and maybe Kenny had gotten too close. Others suggested he had encountered something otherworldly, possibly extraterrestrial, that had lured him into the cave or the desert. As the weeks went on, Sharon continued to push for more searches. She couldn't help but think that something was missing, that the authorities weren't doing enough. The case was puzzling because there was so little to go on. Kenny's truck was still parked where he had left it, untouched. His phone was the only item they recovered, but it offered no new information. Then there were the conflicting witness accounts. Some hikers claimed they had seen Kenny on the trail. Others said they hadn't. A few said they thought they had seen him far from where his phone was found, which only added to the confusion. There was no clear direction for the investigation to take. Every lead seemed to go nowhere, and every new piece of information only deepened the mystery. Months passed with no new developments. The official search efforts were called off, though some volunteers kept looking on their own. Sharon never gave up hope, but as time went on, even she started to fear the worst. To this day, Kenny Veach's disappearance remains unsolved. No remains have ever been found, no further evidence has surfaced, and the M Cave, if it exists, has never been located. Some people believe Kenny met a tragic end in the desert, either from an accident or the elements. Others are convinced that there's more to the story, that something far stranger happened out there in the Nevada wilderness. The unanswered questions and eerie details have kept the case alive in the minds of many. Did Kenny find the M Cave and step inside, never to come out? Did he stumble upon something he wasn't meant to see? Or was it all just a tragic case of a hiker getting lost in the desert? We may never know, and maybe that's the most unsettling part of all. In the fall of 2018, the Lewis family took a trip to Yellowstone National Park. It had been planned for months. Henry and Laura Lewis, along with their 2 teenage children, Sarah and Jake, were excited for the adventure. Henry had always been an outdoorsman, and he'd wanted to pass that passion along to his kids. Sarah, 16, wasn't particularly interested in hiking or camping, but Jake, 14, was eager to explore. Laura, despite being a bit apprehensive about the wildlife and remote wilderness, went along with the plan. The Lewis family arrived at Yellowstone on a cool October afternoon, just as the park was entering its off-season. They set up at a designated campsite near a popular trailhead, planning to hike several trails over the next few days. Their first day was uneventful. They explored some easy trails, took pictures of the scenery, and spotted a few elk in the distance. That night, they sat around the campfire, enjoying the stars and the sounds of the wilderness. It was peaceful, and despite her initial reservations, Laura found herself relaxing. On the second day, they decided to hike a more challenging trail that led to a remote area of the park. It was about 10 miles round trip, but they planned to take it slow and enjoy the scenery. Jake was thrilled, constantly pointing out things he saw along the way. Fresh tracks, the call of a bird overhead, the way the trees seemed to close in as they ventured deeper into the forest. Sarah lagged behind, pulling out her phone and constantly checking her signal, clearly uninterested in the hike. She complained a few times, but her dad gently encouraged her to keep going, promising they'd reach a beautiful viewpoint soon. They made it to a clearing after a couple of hours, where the trail split in 2 directions. Henry pulled out the map and tried to decide which way to go. One path led to a secluded waterfall, while the other took them up a steep ridge with panoramic views of the park. Jake was eager to see the waterfall, so Henry agreed to head that way. But Sarah, already tired, didn't want to go any further. After a brief argument, she convinced her mom to take the other path and meet the boys back at the campsite later. It seemed like a simple plan. Explore a bit and regroup later that afternoon. The boys headed off toward the waterfall, and Laura and Sarah began their climb up the ridge. But what happened after they separated would become the center of one of the most mysterious disappearances in the park's history. That evening, Henry and Jake returned to the campsite first. They waited for Laura and Sarah, expecting them to show up shortly after. But as the minutes turned to hours, Henry grew concerned. By nightfall, the two still hadn't returned. Henry and Jake started calling out into the dark, hoping they'd simply lost track of time. They hiked back to the ridge trail, shining their flashlights into the trees. But there was no sign of Laura or Sarah. Panic set in as the night deepened. By morning, Henry reported his wife and daughter missing. The Rangers organized a search, but the vastness of Yellowstone made it a daunting task. Days passed with no trace of Laura or Sarah. No footprints, no signs of struggle, nothing. Witnesses who had been hiking in the area came forward with conflicting statements. One couple claimed they'd seen a woman and a teenage girl walking toward a secluded area near the ridge, while another hiker reported hearing voices arguing, though they couldn't say for sure who it was. Then came a chilling development. As the search expanded, investigators found something disturbing near a remote trail, not far from the ridge. It was a piece of clothing, later confirmed to belong to Sarah, but there was no blood, no sign of a struggle, just the shirt discarded on the ground. The discovery led to a shift in the investigation. It seemed less likely that they were lost. The focus turned toward the possibility of foul play. The idea of a serial killer operating within the park's boundaries began to circulate. After all, the vast wilderness could easily conceal someone with dark intentions, someone who knew how to disappear. The media frenzy intensified. Rumors spread that there had been other disappearances in the park over the years, incidents that had never been solved. Old cases were dredged up, some dating back decades, of hikers and campers vanishing without a trace. Were they connected? Was Yellowstone harboring a predator? Someone who knew how to blend into the rugged landscape, striking when the moment was right. For months, the investigation seemed to stall. There were no new leads, no breakthroughs. False sightings poured in from across the country. People claiming to have seen Sarah or Laura at truck stops, in small towns, at rest areas. But none of them panned out. Then, nearly 6 months after the disappearance, a hiker discovered something deep in the forest, miles away from any established trail. It was a makeshift campsite, hidden from view. Scattered around were old food wrappers, a knife, and, most disturbing of all, a set of women's shoes that matched the description of what Laura had been wearing the day she disappeared. The authorities swooped in, cordoning off the area, but again, there was no clear evidence of what had happened. No bodies, no direct link to any suspect. The campsite only deepened the mystery. Whoever had been there had vanished just as easily as Laura and Sarah had.